You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys.
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. Here's Love looking to pass on the first play. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working out of the gun. Love. Able to find Isabella. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
First down, going to the air with Love. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play fake. Here's Love. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan from 21 yards away. And the Packers have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. Room here to run. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Brian Burns able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Love. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw now, here's Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. All hard to hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Dillon on the counter. And a short gain down to about the 33. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Love. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we could always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on, set. Shot, 17.
On 2nd and 11 now. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Love with a give to Dillon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Check you.
Jet sweep. Here's Watson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Love now. Touchdown! Romeo Doubs, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Packers 14, Vikings nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So another interception for him on the year. He is making quite a splash in his rookie campaign.
And most linebackers feel they're lucky if they get 1 or 2 of these a year, because once you start getting to 3, 4, and 5, that's when you know you've got a special player and someone the quarterbacks have to account for.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Love. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage, completion-wise, way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
This offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Fight two.
Throwing. Love. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now Dillon on the inside give. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Ready, set.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 59 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in his first half with his Super Bowl berth on the line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. First down, here's the run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. The Love's throw finds its target, Dobbs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Love from the gun. Completes it again. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by David Long. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Give left side here for Nwangu. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cousins now. His throw incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Cousins on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They'll they'll give it to him again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Third and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 3 yards remain for second down. Dillon up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5. That was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied. Time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, 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 dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like, hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad. Ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about one thing. What a at. Anyway, gotta pay a little more if we late to the jet. Got a jet cause the boat leave at 8 and we got some fur on the upper deck in the orchestra. Gon' play it. For every album project, you ain't scared to change cause it's ain't coming out your pockets. My fruity and slip, I'm rude a little bit. Don't be acting so appalled. All your girl let it put so much into tonight and you just don't care. Now stop playing games, gun, bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you was
is.
I think I left something in the house.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take off for the meal, hella final. Take off the far flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the doje, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. For the chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Set, ready. Striker, 3-3. Green Jack. Yellow blue.
Love going to throw right away. That one caught downfield by Watson. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Packers have struck first in this NFC title game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
The score, Packers 7, Vikings nothing. Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The 20, 10, touchdown Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now for the point after. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. So
there he goes, right side. 30, 10, and it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee.
The defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12.
And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. After one, it's 13-6.
With the score, Packers 13, Vikings 6.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken right on the 30.
Kananu Wangu on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready up. Set.
And they take a knee.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
And they will take a knee here.
Set. Hut.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Ready.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Ready.
And they take a knee. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
Let's go. Set, hut.
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go. Set.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they take a knee. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Set, ready.
And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I.
Ready.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option. And surprisingly, they take a knee. I have no idea why they would take a knee, but they take a knee. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And a curious play call here, to say the least. Thought it might be a trick, but no, he actually goes down to a knee. And down to a knee. That's one way to call a play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now they'll take a knee here. And my partner now is speechless, and so am I. And here's Ryan Wright now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
And down to a knee. Well, that's one option.
Second and 11 now.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Love from the gun on 3rd down.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he is going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
To the right side, this is Dillon. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. The 71 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Back to Dillon on first down. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On second down, Dillon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Again, it's Dillon. Shoves him aside. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter. This possession, gigantic. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's second and a yard. Now Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by David Long. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? fed off of each other. Every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done, they continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
The Green Bay Packers, they are again NFC champions as we sign off and say goodnight.